Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, October 31st. Happy Halloween 2025. Before I jump into the charts, and I will talk about the long term in just a second, I do want to mention that this week, wickedstocks.com put out 2 stock picks, as we always put out every week, unless it's a holiday week. We might only put one, but 2 stock picks a week. This week was Immunivant and MongoDB. They're both in the precipice of significant buy signals. We provide all the details in that. You can take advantage of our 5-day free trial and see them for free. You also get our daily triple Q, our SPY analysis, etc., and next week's 2 stock picks. So check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. Let's take a look. This is not so much the chart I wanted to show. I like to start with this one, which is to say that holding above 178.98 maintains 219.64 as a 2 to 3 month target. Now, we've seen, this last week, the last few days have been pretty significant. I almost want to say unprecedented. We had a buy signal. Was that Monday? No, that was Friday. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's right. Last Friday, we had a buy signal above the 184.25 channel top, anticipating as a 2 to 3 week objective, the 201.45 rising structure. And we took that out on Tuesday. Wednesday was the all-time high. Thursday, we came falling back, almost testing 201.45, holding above 201.45. Will maintain 219.64 to 226.07 as a 2 to 3 week target. And once again, it's a 2 to 3 month objective anyway, above 178.98. So this is another way of saying that, if we were to close today back below 201.45, then we can unwind all the way back into the upper 170s over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So 201.45 remains a significant pivot point into later November. We're still above it. You can bottom pick that level and stay long or get long, anticipating 219.64. And there's just a lot going on up there. This is the weekly chart once again. I don't know if you can see this or not. My image might be covering it, but on the lower left is the October 22 low. And if you were to look at the data up to that point in NVIDIA, it would look like a significant long-term 1-year bear market that bottomed out there. And it was significant. It's just when you put it in the framework of what has happened since, it doesn't look like much of anything. But when you zoom back and open the chart up, you can see how dramatic it actually was. So the A is a significant low. And you could do the math here. You could see these longer-term wave counts that are based on longer-term price points, highs and lows over the last few years, 219.64 to 228.94. And we also have this rising channel top at 224.76, which is on the daily chart today at 226.07. This upper area remains a 2 to 3 week target above 201.45.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Let's take a look at the upside today. Of course, 204.77, the low of the high that was put out on Wednesday, can contain intraday buying pressures. If we push through that area, 212.18, I wanted to call this a session containment level, but really, and I don't expect it to be violated today. I don't even know if we'll reach it today if we push through 204.77, but it is the next sort of level that I'm comfortable selling for a better part of the day, possibly the day itself. Certainly, if we were to close above 212.18, we on Monday, Tuesday of next week actually reach our objective at 219.64, the beginning of a range up to 226.07. I take that back, the beginning of a range up to 228.94 that can contain buying through the rest of the year and possibly through the first quarter of next. We could fall away from here. When these wave counts line up like this, they are significant levels. You can also find them, on the Triple Q and the S&P 500 have very similar wave counts in their own respective areas using the same extreme points. So I think I covered the upside pretty well. I do want to talk about a breaking or opening below 201.45. There is the possibility of a big sell off today if we do. If we open clearly below 201.45, yesterday's low was 201.41. If you want to add that to the mix, in other words, gap below yesterday's low of 201.41, we could, being a Friday and all, typically a higher volatility day, a collapse all the way back to 194.03 intraday. I will say that if we close today below 201.45, we would expect 194.03 next week, 184 and a quarter within a couple of weeks. And as I've already said, if we close below that 201.45 level, if we close below that 201.45 level over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we can unwind all the way back into the upper 170s. So if we close below 201.45 and you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader and you're long, my suggestion is to exit your long position. If you're comfortable playing the short side, then I think you can do that. Obviously, risk management comes into play in the event that the market reverses upside again, but closing below 201.45 is a sell signal. It is based on the failure to follow through on a classic buy signal, which is a sell signal unto itself. Closing below 201.45, we will maintain a 179.97 formation target over the next 2 to 3 weeks, where once again, we could bottom out through the rest of the year, and from there round up to 219.64 within 2 to 3 months. On the other hand, once again, holding above 201.45, you're either long or you can get long, because I do see that 219.64 up to, and this once again, this weekly chart, 228.94 is in reach. 228.94 is being approached by this rising channel top. It really is the upper area. It is this structure that I'm going to be using through time as our significant resistance. Certainly, if we were to close above the steeply rising channel top in the coming weeks, that would set off yet another significant buy signal that would maintain an increasingly vertical move that would sort of, I think, speak to kind of a mania-driven rally that once tested could be a bit of a bubble. I don't want to get too dramatic, but yeah. Anyway, is there anything else to say? I don't think so. I think I have said it all. And please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back on Sunday, of course, with Monday's NVIDIA report. Have a great Halloween, and I'll talk to you soon.